What's going on, guys? This is going to be a different type of video than I've ever really done before. And this is going to be something I'm going to try to do consistently. I'm committed to doing consistently. And the goal is long videos talking through my journey, where I'm at currently, what I'm trying to get to. And my biggest goal with these videos is instilling and pushing out value to anyone who's out there watching this, even this first video. I want all my future videos, including this one, if you watch it all the way through, I want you to be able to take away massive value that can change your life. That's the goal. And as I sit here in my garage, pitch black darkness, I've got a light on, that's why you can see me. But sometimes it takes being an absolute solace for you to really face your thoughts and face everything and be alone with your thoughts and think through everything. So sometimes I do this because there's no one else around. There's no distractions. There's nothing to have my mind thinking about anything else than myself. It's like almost like a meditation in a way. And where I'm at right now in my life is I've been a personal trainer in person for over 10 years now. I've been an online coach for about that same time period. And I'm going to be completely transparent in all these videos and just know that my goal is for you to gain as much freaking value as possible. I want you to grow. Hopefully these videos help someone out there. That's my goal. But yeah, a little more about me. I've been a trainer for 10 years. I worked at Gold's Gym when I first became a trainer. Within like 6 months, I was out of that place and I started my own business at a private gym in Texas that I work at. And I've been running my own business, in-person clients and online clients, for about 10 years now. And who I am before that, I was straight up a nobody. And I say that and I fucking mean that, man. I was straight up a nobody. And I still don't think I'm someone yet. And that's kind of the beauty of life if you look at it this way, right? If you look at life in a certain spectacle and the way that I like to look at it, Matthew McConaughey gave a great speech about he's always chasing the hero in front of him. The hero is 10 years in the future, and he's constantly chasing that hero, that version of himself that's in front of him, right? And even when he hits those milestones along the way and slowly becomes that hero that's in front of him that he's set out for, he's constantly chasing. It never stops because that hero is something to always strive for. Your best version of yourself is never ending, right? You can continue to get better and better, and that hero will always be in front of you because that's the process of growth. That's the beauty of growth. That's what accelerates growth for your life, is looking at your future self and saying, this is where I want to be. That's where I'm going to go. This is how I'm going to get there. And always striving to keep pushing towards that future version of yourself. A little more backstory about myself is when I was like junior high, 12, 13 years old, I found the gym for the first time. And the version of myself I was at that point in my life was literally a 1% of who I am today, right? I, at one point in my life, didn't have a lot of confidence, was a shy, quiet kid. Had friends, had a lot of friends. I wasn't, didn't lack thereof and having friends, and socially I was fine. But I didn't believe in myself and have a lot of confidence. And as I got a little bit older, things started to get more interesting, right? Sports become a bigger thing for some people. For me, that was one thing. Girls become a bigger thing for some people. For me, that was a big thing too. And all of a sudden, I wasn't happy with who I was anymore. And one day I found the weight room, and I didn't make any progress at first, and I hated it. And I remember getting in the gym and thinking, like, why the hell would anyone put themselves through this? How do people like this? That version of myself is absolutely destroyed, guys. And it's crazy. You always hear about people saying, like, oh, I hate working out. And I even have clients that tell me, man, I just hate it. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. And I'll tell you what, there was a time in my life, like I just said, that I hated it, right? When I first started, I hated it. But you know what changed for me? It was the mentality of what it takes to get to where you want to be and the results along the way. Once I locked in to my true potential and realized, oh shit, this is like, I can completely transform my being. I can become someone else entirely. That former version of myself that was shy and quiet and wasn't confident with women and didn't know what I was doing and didn't know who I was, I completely reinvented that version of myself and became the man I wanted to be. And it doesn't matter where your starting point is. What matters is massive action towards your goals, right? What are you going to do to get there? And why do you want it? How bad do you want it? What's your why? Because if you know your why, nothing can fucking stop you. Nothing can hold you back from your dreams, goals, desires, visions, everything you want for yourself. But you have to believe in yourself. And even if you don't believe in yourself right now, you have to start. Because what happens is, and this is from me, this is my story that I'm talking about, even though I didn't believe in myself, I pushed through that first part of working out where I wasn't getting any results. I didn't know what I was doing. I hated it, but I pushed through that shit and I became a totally different human at the end of it. Years later, it's completely transformed my life. And it only took me starting to get results consistently for it to catch like fire from my mentality, from my mental fortitude to completely switch and ignite and change forever. And there's a lot of you out there that you're struggling, right? And you're not seeing results and you know you're meant for more. If you're listening to this right now and you're one of those people and you feel that you're meant for more, but you're not living up to it, this is for you. Listen closely. You have all the potential inside of you. Everything you want to be, every aspect of your being, you have the potential inside of you to go and get what you're worth. You just have to start making the steps towards that consistently, day in and day out. You have to reinvent who you are. Create the most bulletproof system and habits. And once you find the system, once you create a system that works for you and have a reasonable process to follow that gets you results, your results will be night and day. They will be coming night and day, and you will have consistent results with no issues whatsoever. But you have to start and you have to be as consistent as possible. And how do you do that is having the right plan in action, right? You have to have the right plan in place in order to get to where you want to be. Because a man or a woman without a plan, without a goal of what to shoot for, walks aimlessly. You have to literally write out and think about what you want for yourself and why. If you do that, and then you build a plan, and if you don't have a plan, you ask for help. Because sometimes you push your ego aside if you don't know what you're doing and ask someone who knows what they're doing for help. It doesn't have to be me, but find someone that can help you. Because I've had mentors in my life that have helped me figure out things that I didn't know what to do, right? Like I had to go through other coaches when I first started. I had to learn from people that knew what they were doing in order to build a bulletproof system that got me to where I wanted to be, right? So you have to believe in yourself. First off, you have to believe. Even if you don't believe yet, you have to commit to starting. And if you don't know where to start, that's where you ask for help. You put your ego aside and ask someone you align with Find someone that knows what they're talking about, and they will help you along the way, get you started on track so you can consistently get the results that you deserve, and there will be no guessing anymore. You won't be spinning your wheels and not making progress because everything is aligned, your mindset is there, your thoughts are there, right? Your mindset, your thoughts, your visions, your dreams, your goals, desires, and your system is in place. Your habits are in place. Everything is in full motion and you're unstoppable. And anyone can do it. There's this misconception out there that, oh, you need genetics, you need the right programming, you can't look like that unless you use steroids. Man, screw all that garbage. Stop. Look, I'm going to put a picture up right here. This body was built completely naturally. Never used a steroid. I got accused right and left of being on steroids when I was in high school. Everyone thought I was on steroids. I remember one of my best friends, it was a chick, and it wasn't like anything serious. It wasn't like romantically, it was just a friend of mine, right? She sits me down one day and she gets real serious and she's like, hey, so-and-so told me that, and you can be honest with me, so-and-so told me that you take steroids, and I just want you to be real with me. I want you to be honest with me and tell me the truth. And I literally started laughing. I laughed in her face, and I was like, I've literally have never touched a steroid in my life. I was in high school, dude. Like, you'd be shocked about what you can do, what body you can build, what version of yourself you can become. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Yes, I was young, and like people always make these stupid comments. Oh, age is on your side. Like, screw that mentality. Stop selling yourself short and justifying excuses based on age, genetics, all that garbage. Get rid of that. Get rid of the excuses and start taking action on your plans. All right, we are back. My camera got overheated, so I had to open up the garage behind me and turn on my car for a few minutes. And yeah, so anyway, I've been coasting the last 8 to 10 years I've been training, and I woke up to my potential. Not for my physique. My physique potential has always been there, right? I know I developed a bulletproof system to keep my physique like this, keep my body like this, and there's been ups and downs, right? It wasn't always like that. When I first started lifting, I was skinny, right? When COVID hit, I dirty bulked so hard and bad, and I had a client tell me one time that he didn't understand how he felt because he was overweight, and I had never felt that. And that was right before COVID. And then COVID hit, and I got semi-intentionally like the fattest, thickest I'd ever been on a bulk before. Was eating garbage, and there wasn't a lot of options because it was COVID lockdown. But I have pictures and videos of myself from that time, and I look at those and I'm like, okay, I can't have anyone telling me that I don't know how they feel, because I felt like crap. I know how you feel now, that client that I'm thinking of that told me that. I've been through every part of the fitness journey. I've been skinny. I've been the skinny kid with no confidence that didn't believe in themselves. I've been fat, right? Like, I've had that fluffiness on my body where I didn't feel confident in my current body, right? I've been on all sides of that spectrum, and I've developed a plan now where I will never guess again. And not only just for me, right? Like, I built this into my coaching now. So now all my clients, once they learn what I teach them, they never have to guess again anymore. And there's beauty in that, because it's taken me 15 plus years to learn these things, to learn absorbing, garnering all the knowledge and information that I've acquired and I continue to acquire, right? And I've built it into a bulletproof program that literally I can teach you what I learned. It took me 15 years to learn, and I can teach you in less than 6 months. And my system for my body that's my life. And that's what I teach my clients. I teach them how to be built for life, right? But my career, that's different. Now I'm at a point in my life, I'm 28 years old now, where I don't just want to train however many in-person and some online clients for the future, right? Like, I make a pretty good living, but I need to take my career to the next level. I need to help as many people as possible. And how am I going to do that? Doing the one thing in the last 10 years that I have not ever fully committed to, which is social media. My commitment to myself and my future is that I'm going to build something so unbreakable for myself, so badass and so big that when I refer back to this video, it'll be the first video that I look back on and I realized that's when it truly locked in for me in all aspects. Because I figured out my physique, I figured out how to build my dream body, right? And I'm not even done with that yet. I continue to progress in the gym, always getting better. You can always get better. I have the systems in place, and now it's about helping as many people as humanly possible. And how do I do that? With social media. That's how I take it to the next level. That's how I change even more lives than I've already changed, is doing all these things that I've always dreamed about, which is being an online coach, helping as many people as possible, teaching people how to sustain the best habits forever, and completely reinventing themselves to the point where they don't even recognize themselves anymore. If you follow my structure and my system, you won't even recognize who you are anymore, because you'll transform into a better version of yourself in all aspects. And I know that might sound cocky, but like, that's what my system, that's what following my methods will do, is completely change your life. And how do I know that? Is because I'm a living testament of that. My body, everything about my methods and my system and what I teach people is how I did it for myself, right? And that's why it works for all my clients that actually follow it to a T, is because it's the best. It's literally everything you need in order to learn how to build the dream body that you want for yourself, all right? It makes everything so simple, and once you fully get into the swing of it and understand it, all you have to do is commit to it, then it's the easiest thing in the world. And but yeah, I just want to say that, like, I'm extremely happy with I'm always proud of where I am, but I'm always chasing the future version of myself, because the future version of myself is and always will be the better version of myself. And that's the kind of mentality you have to have in order to get to where you want to be. You're constantly chasing that future hero, right? So I'm going to talk about it in a different video, but I've always dreamed of some sort of fitness-oriented business for myself as an entrepreneur, outside of just the coaching stuff. And I'm working on something behind the scenes on that too, and it's coming very soon. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say for now. And this was a really, really powerful first video. And if you stuck and watched through this whole time, I just want to say that you have all the potential inside of you to become the man or woman that you've always wanted to be. But you have to commit yourself right now. Tell yourself that you will get there, and tell yourself that you will find the system. And if you don't know a system for yourself on how to get there, then put your ego aside and ask for help, because you have all the potential inside of you, and you're not different than anyone else out there that's done it themselves. The only thing different they've done is committed to a plan and followed through on it. And once you have a plan in place, you're unstoppable. So that's going to be all for this first video on this channel, technically second video. But I hope that if you watched this all the way through, that you took some honest feedback, and you look at yourself and have a conversation with yourself on becoming the best version of yourself, because the best version of you is not what's happened to you in the past, not what your present situation is, but the version of yourself that you look at in front of you in your future, that you push to go for every single day. That's the version that you're capable of, that you see for yourself, that might feel like a dream right now, but it's only a dream if you let it be. Hopefully some of this was valuable for you, and hopefully some of you take action. I know not everyone will, but I know some of you watching this will take action on your goals, because you have the capability and the potential to do so.